young. I don't know what it is that you're doing. But let's talk about why we're here today. Northwest, this is your home province, and you're a tourism ambassador. Why?
I think first of all, the boys from Mafikeng or Mahikeng were tourists to begin with. We took a long trip to Johannesburg to develop our careers, and we have always been coming back home. We've always been involved with what is going back home, what is going on back home. And I think this was just a natural development from a relationship that started many years ago. I remember one of the first things that we did with Northwest was an Arrive Safe campaign where we were giving information and a lot of assistance to people who were traveling through Mafikeng and people who were arriving for the 60s, one of the years with guys like Tuksinganga and all the other guys, So it's been a developing relationship over the years.
So the province must be quite proud to have you as one of its sons. What sort of things have you been doing together? I think you've mentioned one now, to try and promote tourism. And would you say that because of your profile, people are starting to think about the Northwest as a destination?
Well, I wouldn't be as presumptuous as to say that they're starting, but I think, we're bringing it to the forefront of people's minds. The Northwest is a diamond that exists already there. When you mine for a diamond, it's not like when you arrive and discover it, you're creating it. You're just like bringing light to it. And I think we are just here to let people know what is happening in the Northwest. And when they see it, their decisions are easy. It's easy to decide to go to the Pilansberg area. It's easy to decide, to go to some of the game reserves in the Mariko area, So it's, I think we are just bringing attention to it, but the decision is made by the people once they see what is on offer.
So what's special about the Northwest for you as a local boy?
Wow, the Northwest, first of all, we don't have that much water, but we make up for that, with the lack of the beaches. We make up for that with the amount of game we have, the amount of days of sunshine in a year, the amazing climates, different climates that you can get within one province. You get something that feels like a tropical climate when you're up in the Pilansberg area, but once you go down to Mafikeng and you go to Mahikeng or further south, it's a bit of a more arid climate with different activities that are possible there. Some, like here, we've got a huge dam where people can come and do action water sports. There's so much available, extreme sports. So, we need about 10 programs to cover all that.
All right, so tell us what you do when you come home to the Northwest and you're on holiday. What are the things that you do? What's your favorite spot? Do you have one?
I do a lot of trail riding on quads. I go down to a place called Enselsras, and that's where we have our family farm. And there's a couple of game farms that surround that. And some of the farmers are our friends. They've been friends with my grandmother from back in the day. She passed away in 1999. So we've continued some of those relationships, and we just go for game drives and, sometimes a little bit of hunting and, yeah.
All right, and I know you've got a new album out, came out March. And just tell us a little bit about that album, and then once you've done that, I want to hear some Setswana verses because I know that you're quite good at that as well.
Put me on the spot, why don't you? My album is called The Grindstone Project, and it's basically a symbol of the guy who now has to take the grindstone and grind the mealies to make pap for the kids, So it features, my first single features MXO on it. It's a song called Remember the Glory. And in there, we're trying to inspire people who sometimes are going through a hard time in South Africa, to say that sometimes remember that you're a winner and own that about yourself, So it's been doing very well. So we're happy with it.
So give us some verse, Setswana style.
Okay, I'll remind people about what they missed, though, from the Bongo Muffin age. Bomeno maso ke bosila khaka senwa moro mpuru faretse mangwana fara phafana na ke motlana ga ke itse sepe bo tlhogo putswa ba lekile ga retela ntshupetsa tlhoka la tsela tsele motsopo diana ka tsa tholo tsela khopo se ja mephati tswile letsholo bo morwalo solo dirwa fela, but this here motsoako is wicked tarantella. I could bite back like a tarantula. Why ile se khwase raparetse man.
Peace, we're out. That's fantastic. Thanks so much. Pleasure, man.
Yes,